Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate all of our fans that have liked and followed us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. If you haven't, feel free to give us a like or give us a dislike, Dan. I think we've already got one of those in the hopper, don't we?
We had one Phil fan.
Where'd that come from?
We definitely need to put a disclaimer out there. If you're a Phil fan, don't watch this.
Hey, he's actually having a decent round, so we'll see if we get too bad on Phil. He's got those damn sunglasses on again, though. It is so distracting. I can't even watch him. Hey, man, before we get into the cut line today, I did want to give a shout out to My Friend's Bottle Shop. Man, did they hook us up? So we picked up the Michter's 10-year single barrel rye today. Cam gave me a call, said, hey, got one. Do you want it? I don't know why in the hell you called me, Cam. You know I want it. Just put my name on it and tell me to come pick it up. Hey, we'd be looking out for a review of the Michter's 10-year single barrel rye. We'll get that dropped on YouTube for you and probably release a pod under the Speakeasy Bourbon Club. But hey, so far you can see we've already cracked into a little of this. I can't tell you where we cracked it open at, but it was myself and two other guys, and everybody was a fan. So if you haven't tried it, a little bit pricey. It's a give or take. The good news is My Friend's Bottle Shop set me up at suggested retail value. I did not have to pay aftermarket prices. So, hey, My Friend's Bottle Shop, keep up the good work. Dan, the way you told me that earlier was it was a lot like the Jerry Maguire scene where it's like, you had me at hello. That's what you told me earlier. That's what you told me earlier. I did. My exact words to you was, Cam, you had me at hello.
We're going to do a bet later on. We're going to do a bet one of these days. And if you lose, you're going to have to play the Renee Zellweger role of the Jerry Maguire scene. Okay. So the tall, bald guy is going to be Tom Cruise. Is that what you're saying? Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Hey, well, that really makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Hey, be looking forward to that, man. We may put that together and get something on YouTube for you on that one.
Absolutely. So, all right, let's get into this.
Let's get into golf, man.
Yeah, it's a fun day. It's a great little tournament, man. I think we were talking yesterday. This course was giving some of these guys a big throw for their loop, man. It was playing a little tough for some guys yesterday and today, huh?
I'm telling you. Well, we've got the golden boy. Not only is he going to miss the cut, but in fact, he's going to pull out of next week's tournament that he was already committed to. So yeah. I guess Bison has completely punked Koepka, and he's like, "Hey, I need to see who's on the tee sheet, and if Bison's going to be there, just go ahead and scratch my name. I'm not showing up because he's going to whip my ass."
Bison. Yeah, so Brooks had committed early to play Memorial, which is next week, and he pulled out, I think, before this thing even started this week. So he didn't like the way something was shaping up or something. I don't know, but it was very strange.
Hey, it's his game. He doesn't like the way his game's shaping up. I mean, that dude is shitting all over himself out there. I mean, he's losing strokes putting. What is it? 50% driving accuracy, 60% greens in regulation. I guess if there's anything positive, he's averaging over 300 yards in drives. It's just, half of them aren't hitting the fairway. So, hey, Brooksy, enjoy the next 2 weeks off, bud.
Yeah, so let's just go over the schedule real quick. So he dropped out of Memorial, which is next week, and then after that comes the 3M, and then there's a World Golf Challenge, and then the PGA Championship at Harding Park in San Francisco. So by dropping out next week, does he play 3M instead, or does he play World Golf? I mean, he's probably going to play one or two of the events moving up to the PGA, I would think, right? Is that what he's trying to do here? What's your thought?
Hold on. Let me see the tee sheet. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Nope. Bryson DeChambeau. No way. I'm telling you, man, he was friggin' scared that they were going to pair him with DeChambeau. And he's like, there is no way. Because and they are going to get paired. They're going the first major. Let's see. I guess Gary Woodland will be on the marquee in the spotlighted group, but they're going to get paired together. And DeChambeau is going to slow play the hell out of him to the point of frustration that he ain't going to be able to score for Jack, man. I mean, it is going to just eat him alive. I mean, hey, watch what you say, man. It could come back to bite you in the ass. And this time, I absolutely think it has. I mean, I don't know if we see him in the FedEx Cup playoffs. I don't think we do.
Well, he's got to win something in order to make it, right? So yeah,
exactly.
He's way down there on that list, man.
And the first tournament that he's in, that Bryson's in, that is who he's paired with the first 2 days, and I think he misses the cut for that tournament.
So let's just talk about Brooks for a little bit longer here, because we'll get him out of the way, and then we can.
Well, we're not going to be able to talk about him over the weekend.
So, very controversial. I think it was earlier in the week. He tweeted that Kenny Powers was accused of steroids or something. He tweeted that meme from the Eastbound and Down. Of course, a baseball player tweeting a meme about a baseball player. Right?
Typical baseball player fashion.
But
hashtag douchebag.
But he was basically accusing or having fun with a steroid joke on behalf of Bryson, right? And so
Paige McKenzie called him out, right?
Yeah. What did you? So Paige McKenzie called him out, and then Brooks responded to that on Instagram with another comment about Paige. And it's like, whoa, man, this is a lot of social media going on with Brooksy here. This is kind of fun. What are your thoughts on number one? What are your thoughts on the meme, and then what are your thoughts on her calling him out?
I think Kenny Powers said it best when they asked him about rehab and they want to know what he heard. He said, "My nose." So, I would have gone down that route, but I understand why you didn't. I get the play on words, or the play on the meme. I don't know. I think it's all in good humor. Probably I don't know that he meant it in good humor. However, I, as a fan, I took it as a fair jab, man. There's nothing. Yeah. He didn't come right out and say he's using steroids, right?
No.
I thought it was a
comedy thing. Yeah.
I saw the comic relief in a jock baseball player trying to be funny, which he ain't, right? Look at all his interviews, man. That dude does not have an entertaining bone in his body. So, actually, his wife probably posted the thing, because there's no way his ass is coming up with anything like that. So, I thought it was fine. I didn't see anything wrong with it. So I say hammer down, man. Hey, he lobbed one across the bow at Bryson. He brought the army with him, and he showed up. And now Brooks I think he's doing a little bit of backpedaling on this thing. And as far as the Golf Channel goes, and Paige McKenzie, you've got a bunch of golfers. Not that we're definitely our media credentials and pedigree. It is not long and it is not distinguished. But again, we're on social media, right? These guys are they're on broadcast, they're on the Golf Channel, and they're not media people. They were athletes that kind of shoehorned themselves into, hey, they Texas wedged themselves into a media spot. Because they're not good enough to continue to play golf. So, I think Paige kind of stuck her nose where it didn't belong, personally.
Well, she said that they should fine him for that. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I think that, hey, Paige, guess what? Keep trying to get on the LPGA tour again. Okay, quit worrying about who should and shouldn't be fined. What are they fining him over? If that's a finable offense, then that is slander, and then Bryson should sue him. It's not a. Yeah, come on, man.
It wasn't a finable offense. It was actually just some humor or whatnot. I don't think Bryson's on steroids. I think that what Brooks was trying to say was, because Bryson got mad at a cameraman last week, that is raging. He's raging and this and that. Right. But the fact of the matter, I did a little bit more research on. I didn't see a clip of the cameraman incident, but I did read more about it. And apparently that cameraman was right up in his face to where he was really
he was all up on it. Hey, he was not social distance. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So once again, I think it's like it's like going to work. Think about this: you go to work, you go to your office, and you don't want somebody up in your face, man. Like you're there, you're a professional. You need room to work. And I understand, that the cameramen and the media staff, and they've got a job to do. But first and foremost, you have to let the people that we're there to see, you have to give them time to be able to give them space and give them the ability to do their job the best you can. And I think that he absolutely didn't do that. So if anything, the cameraman should be fined for being unprofessional and not social distancing.
That's a good point. It's a good point. All right, so let's talk a little about Tiger. Tiger committed to Memorial last week. The last time we saw Tiger was at Genesis, where he made the cut, and then it all fell apart, and he finished pretty much last of the cut list. Adam Scott, your buddy, won that tournament. That's how far back this is. We haven't even seen Adam Scott. He's in Australia, and he's not coming over.
As a matter
actually,
of fact,
the next time we'll see Adam Scott's probably going to be at the PGA with Brooks.
It'll be at the major. Yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, so after that win, I think I picked Adam Scott. Well, I didn't pick him formally, but I did go. I think I put $20 down on him to win the Masters. So I wonder if I can get a refund because I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying he hasn't played very much, so he is definitely going to be fresh. But I don't know if that's like fresh in a good way. So. But Tiger, good to see him, man. I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be interesting to see what changes, and we'll get into this in a sec, I'm sure. But what changes in people's DraftKings lineups? Is Tiger immediately in every friggin' lineup out there? And, it's probably not because, he's going to win. It's just a fanfare thing. But I mean, think about the challenge, man, or the match, excuse me. I mean, that dude he was beating that ball all over that course, man. I mean, he looked really good. And you'll not see any steroid comments about him.
No, well, he's slimmed down. He's 175 pounds now. So, do you think next week when the DraftKings stuff comes out, or just overall, outrights come out, is he the favorite, or is it Bryson, or is it Rory next week?
Oh, I think you got to go Bryson, man.
Yeah,
I think Bryson's going to come out in the lead. Yeah, well, think about this week. I think JT was the favorite for this week, right?
Yeah.
At least on the betting card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So and he's playing decent, but I think hands down, it's you got Bryson. I don't know. I mean, Tiger's obviously going to get the Tiger love, and he'll be, I think, higher in the pool. I like him to make the cut. He should be healthy and rested. It's just, again, back to those tournament conditions. And you ask, what's Tiger, 44, I guess now?
I think he's 44.
Does a 44, third most winning golfer of all times? It's definitely, second in majors. I mean, does he need, does a break hurt somebody like that's in that stature? I mean, I would say yes. I mean, I'd say it still takes some time to kind of get back in the zone, right? And I don't know that it's going to hurt his, from a skill level standpoint, that's not impacted, but just being in tournament mode and being in that zone, I think that's the part that you got to kind of get back in the sync with.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, that definitely adds a lot to it. So you got, so next week you got Tiger, you got, I think Bryson's back and Rory. It's going to be a great tournament next week. Absolutely stoked for it.
Yeah. All right. So far, I don't know. We've been running now for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we've talked about Mictors. We've talked about the Phil Mickelson fan that hates us. We've talked about Bryson. We haven't even mentioned the Workday challenge yet. So, is now a good time, or you want to go somewhere else?
I think I want to talk about Cantlay a little bit here. No, I'm just kidding. Let's do another Negroni shoot.
Hey, by the way, that Mezcal Negroni, man, I hadn't mixed one of those up in a while. That damn thing was so tasty after just getting my ass blistered out on the golf course the other day. It was so good. All right, man. So Workday cut line, or the Workday Challenge cut line, looks like it's going to be 1 under. I don't think they're going to be able to finish. You got Thomas. Jason Day's on number 10 right now, and it's going to be iffy if they get to finish tonight or not. So we may see probably 2, maybe 3 groups coming in to finish tomorrow. But
yeah,
they may pull it off.
No, I don't think they're going to pull it off. No,
yeah, I don't either. So it looks like the cut line is going to be at 1 under. Wow, hey, Morikawa. Opens with a 65. I think, what's he at 13 under today? We were talking, and I think they've made the course a little easier this week than what it's going to be next week. Is that right? Yes. The rough's not grown out. Yeah, so it's a little easier this week. I think we were both saying we weren't expecting to see those scores in the in the 20s. But I mean, shit, if Morikawa can keep this up, man, which way we all know he can fold. I mean, he can choke. We saw him do it. But I mean, still, you've got people who the
3
number
weeks
two.
ago.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, but the number 2 spot's what, nine under. So
Yes,
I mean,
right
we can easily get to that 20 under again, which is just crazy that and the course is wet right now. So I mean, you would think definitely not as long.
Yeah.
But for the ball strikers, I mean, they're getting some good receptivity on the greens, and the greens are slow, which they slowed them down to begin with.
Yeah.
And now that they're wet, I mean, they're probably playing a little slower, which may be why Brooks has lost all those strokes putting. But yeah, Morikawa, I don't know. I think to me looks, I mean, 2 solid days back to back. It looks like he's shaking off that choke job he pulled in Texas, huh?
Yeah. He had that at Colonial. He had that rough finish where he couldn't find the putter, and it just had to, it was really breathtaking because he had such a good tournament. We thought he was going to be able to pull it out. Him and Xander both had tournaments that were really rough at that one there. But yeah, and then he kind of faltered for a little bit, but he's back. I mean, he's back big, buddy, and the swing looks great. And I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better as he gains momentum going into the Memorial next week. And then we got some big tournaments coming up. Like I said, in the beginning of August, you got the PGA. It's right around the corner. It's like 2-3 weeks away, right? So
it's here,
you
man.
couldn't be peaking at a better time. You couldn't be peaking at a better time. Yes, sir. Yeah. He looks great out there.
That's I mean, so not to sidetrack us too much, but I think I talked earlier in a podcast. I think that we see. It wouldn't surprise me to see first-time winners at all 3 majors this year. Obviously, we're not playing the Open, so it wouldn't surprise me to see that, man, at all.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
I think you had him in a lineup. I don't know if if it's the one we posted on Instagram, but I know you. I believe I heard you mention his name. But hey, look at Zach Johnson, short hitter of the week, becoming relevant on this course, and especially with this thing being wet. I mean, I think Zach's got a good chance to score well over the weekend, right? Because the Bombers, I mean, they're really not going to get any. I mean, it's going to hurt Zach just as much, but. I think we've got a good chance to see him making a run for this thing. A win, I think that's a bit of a stretch. A top 10, absolutely. And I like him in a top 5, man. It's a solid round out of Zach Johnson. It's good to see him showing up.
Oh yeah, Zach's been playing really good. A couple good days in a row. So you couldn't ask for anything better. Yeah, I had him in one of my lineups. That wasn't the one we talked about on Monday, but I did have Kevin Streelman in the one we talked about on Monday, and he's having a great tournament as well. -6 today. Through 11 so far, so he's -8 for the tournament. Puts him tied for 4th place. I mean, it's doing pretty dang good. I told you I really liked the way he played. Where was it at? It was at it wasn't Rocket, but it was Travelers.
RBC. Yeah.
No, Travelers.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hilton Head. Yep.
No, Travelers up north. Yep, in Connecticut.
Let's see who else we got. So I like Zach, and I think Zach's going to be a great if he finishes this week well. That's probably going to be my value pick for next week, man, because I think he's coming in at like $6 in the $6,000 give or take mark, like 665. Definitely under 7. Obviously, if he plays good this week, he may go up a little, but he can't go up that much. So I think that may be somebody that I'm looking at. I'm definitely watching him over the weekend to see how he does. I think that could be a good back-to-back finishes for him. So.
Another one I picked on Monday was Poulter, man. I told you Poulter was going to come out strong. He's at -7 right now. He played really good at RBC, where he was like the first round leader at RBC. And I said, I like the way this guy's playing. I don't know if he can hold it together through the whole tournament, but he gets so far ahead that it gets him into the weekend. Yeah.
Do you mean the seam of his pants, or like what? He's released that trapped wind, and that dude is. Did you notice he's swinging a lot freer? His rotation really looks good. He doesn't look bound up in his midsection.
Oh man, he's been playing good though. He's been playing really good.
I mean, it's like I want to fart out of him off of at least once a tournament. I need a fart. I need him to rip a fart once a tournament.
Oh man.
And drop it strategically.
Yeah, but he's been playing great, man. Where's he at? He's right here. He gets putted his lights out today at 3.7 shots gained putting today. But I mean, nothing else was that much in the red or anything. It was all pretty good. But I mean, the putter was just lights out for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to talk about Hideki for a second because we got kind of hot on him. So he came back he came back to Hilton Head, right? Was that his first tournament back? I believe.
Yes, and it was horrible. And it was him and M were both horrible at Hilton Head. So something there. These guys do not like that course. They don't like that course.
I think they both missed the cut.
Yeah, I think so.
And I know I had Hideki in my lineup. M maybe. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, man, that dude he is turning it on this tournament. Listen to this. And this was a little earlier. Greens in regulation percentage. Guess what the number is? It's 3 digits. 100%. 100% greens in regulation. Driving accuracy, 80%. He's averaging 318 yards off the tee, and he's gained a stroke putting. I don't know what more you could ask for. I love this guy. I don't think he's going to win the tournament. I think we got at least a top 10 out of him. And I like him for next week too. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm already kind of setting my lineup up for next week based on what they do this week.
Sure.
But I mean, how can you argue with this stuff, man? I mean, these numbers are just 100, 80. Yeah. I mean, it's like, come on, man. I mean, how sick is that?
Well, not only you were talking about, shots gained approach is almost 3 shots gained approach, and then off the tee he's at 1.25. Yeah, I mean tee to green it's 4.12 shots gained today. So yeah, it's absolutely killer numbers, and his putter's not been bad. It's been flat, but it's not been bad. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gained a stroke putting. So I mean, hey man, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
Let's see, and definitely not giving Koepka any more love. He's gonna hey Brooks, enjoy the plane ride back, bud.
Well, that's funny you say that because I was watching it this afternoon and I said, man, Koepka's really playing fast out there. and I think that somebody said, well, maybe he's got a plane waiting on him.
Hey, his brother's getting the engine warmed up because he didn't make the cut either.
He sure didn't.
So is it just coincidental, or do you think he's trying to get Chase there so it can be 2-on-1? Because I think if you put them both on the scale, they almost get to Bryson's size.
That's true. He probably wants him back up for Bryson.
Unbelievable. I mean, what? Hey, typical baseball fashion, man. What a punk. Gosh. What a punk.
Yeah.
All right. So I got to go to my boy, man. He didn't look so hot yesterday. He struggled a little bit. I mean, decent. Well, I guess yesterday he had a better day than he did today. But Pat Reed, making the cut, baby. Come on, Pat. I mean, I like where he's at, man. He looks good again. I don't know what got into him the other day. What is he? 77 in greens in regulation. Driving accuracy is shit. He's 42%, and his putter is flat. His driving distance, he's averaging 296. So. Just goes to show, 296 and 42% of accuracy. I mean, he's in trees and all that stuff. So that dude is scrambling his ass off. If he can find a fairway, man, that dude is he's going to be on fire. So, like where we're going there.
Ricky squeaked by. He's at -3, and he played pretty well. So around the greens, but really kind of made up some ground with 1.6 shots gained there.
You think he's nervous? I mean, it's been so long since he's actually played on the weekend.
No, he played last weekend. That's his own tournament.
Hey, yeah, it's like the WWE, right? It's scripted. It's like, hey, man, just don't make it look too bad. That way we can just get you in.
That's so
Nobody
funny.
will notice. Nobody will
notice. I saw on Twitter today they were replaying from this morning the shot where he chipped in for a birdie or whatever. I think he chipped in for a birdie, and somebody posted, "I think Ricky's going to win a major this year." I didn't do it. I wanted to respond. That's cute. That's just cute.
Oh yeah, we love Ricky too. Just give Ricky a ticket. It's like just let Ricky come and play on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll make up the score for Thursday and Friday. Just let him in. Just let the little kid in.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's just pause for 1 second, and we're gonna do a deeper dive on Ricky soon. But and I'm not picking on Ricky. I like Ricky, but if you look at since the return of golf, since Colonial, this new regime this new trio, they have taken over the ownership, other than Bryson, of golf. They are the storyline. It's Matt Wolff, Collin Morikawa, and Viktor Hovland. I mean, they are on the leaderboard every week. Not Matt Wolff this week, not Matt Wolff this week, but you know what I'm saying. They every week one of them's in the top 5. It seems like. Yeah, and these guys are like 21 years old.
Yeah, it's I no explanation for me. I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it, but they're doing it right. And I mean, they're hungry, man. I mean, it's these guys are coming out trying to prove something. And I'm not saying that the more mature, more senior players on tour aren't hungry. But I think you can clearly see. I mean, there's a fire in some of these people, and some they're not. I mean, like DJ. I mean, he won last week, but I mean, still, it's like, holy shit, man, you just won. And it's like, yeah, no, thanks. I mean, it's like Keegan Bradley's birdie yesterday. I mean, his hole-in-one yesterday. I think he was on like hole number 4, like 210 yards, and he holes it out. And it's like, oh, yeah, good. I made a hole-in-one. Great. It's like, I mean, that's all I get. I don't get anything. That's all you're going to give me is, oh, yeah, good. Well, I made a hole-in-one. Okay, see you later. I mean, it's like, how lackluster could it be? And I don't know where Keegan's at today. I mean, maybe it's because he's not making the cut, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of squirrely to me. So hold on. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't call this one out. Keegan's 4 under, by the way, so he'll make the cut. What did he shoot? A 71 today, 1 under day. So yeah, he'll be fine. So we'd be remiss if we didn't, for our number one Phil fan out there, if we didn't talk about Phil today. I mean, come on. He's got those damn glasses on. I didn't, they didn't show enough of him, or I didn't see him enough. I didn't see those skinny pants he had on with those little bound leggings. It's like, it's going to cut your circulation off on those cankles if you're not careful, bud. So what's Phil doing? So he's, let's see. Oh, Phil. He shoots 73.69, so he barely squeaks in. Shoots 1 over yesterday and 3 under today just to make the cut line, which it looks like it's going to hold up at 1 under. What did he do? Once again, less than 50%, 42% driving accuracy, 309 in average distance, and he's hitting 72% of the greens in regulation. So, hey, once again, in true lefty fashion, I mean, he's scrambling the hell out of this thing, man. So, and he's actually lost almost a stroke on putting, so he's not putting well, which, he's not the only one. So, yeah.
No, he did good. So some other notables. I mean, JT's been playing really good. Shot 3, well, he's 3 under right now through 10. So he's -7 for the tournament. Yeah, he bounced back nicely after that missed cut. Scott Stallings shot 4 under today. That was really nice. I had him in one of my lineups. Nick Taylor. I mean, these Canadians have been doing really good at the tournament this week. Really good.
Oh, Taylor, man, that dude is that guy is on fire. I made some notes about him. So Nick Taylor, he's averaging just over 300 yards. 83% greens and regulations, 80% driving on accuracy, and just above a stroke and a half on strokes gained putting. So I didn't see that one coming. I definitely didn't have him in the lineup. So, but yeah, solid play by that guy.
Another one that's been playing well, and it's nice to see a good bounce back is Shane Lowry. I mean, we saw him struggle earlier, and he's 6 under right now through 11 for the tournament. He's 3 under for the day, but good. I mean, and the ball striking's been good. So on the approach, 2.67 shots gained. Off the tee's been rough, but he's still pulling it together. So yeah, it's good to see him.
Yeah, lots of folks are kind of struggling off the tee.
Yeah.
What about you? Did you see your boy Leishman today?
Yeah, that's not been good.
And I mean, yesterday was even, but today was rough.
Well, at least Sanjay's going to make the cut.
Yeah, I didn't have my lineup. There's one guy.
You didn't want him in your lineup. You didn't want him in your lineup.
Yeah, no kidding. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that, like, one of the, not the biggest surprise. But I had him in a lineup. Ryan Palmer. Holy, I mean, that dude, he shoots 77 yesterday and he shoots 81 today. I mean, I don't know what happened. It's like, hey, Ryan, you got beat by Chase Koepka. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's like, hey, just don't be the worst person out there. Zach Blair, we saw a little noise from him. He stunk it up. Harry Higgs. I don't know if he's ever. I don't know if he's ever going in a lineup again for me.
No, not for me. Not right now. That guy's 2 weeks in a row of really bad golf. Really bad golf. I don't know what's going on with him. He needs to take a couple of weeks off, dude, and get it together. That is 2 really bad weeks.
So, by the way, Koepka is actually just getting worse. He's getting worse.
Yeah.
Well,
John, so my award for the guy out there most likely to either throw a club in the water or crack it over his knee is John Rahm. That guy looks really pissed, man.
He is so pissed today.
Not just today. He was pissed last week too. Whenever maybe it wasn't last week, but he's been pissed ever since this thing's come back. He's been pissed.
Last week he was all fucking in an uproar. Hey, so here's the thing. So what do you think it means for, like, think about the guys that are not playing well this week, and they're playing next week. And I'm not talking, I mean, there's some people in here, it's like irrelevant, right? But I'm talking about the Roms. I'm talking about hey, Spieth, not making that. He was in my lineup, man. I thought Spieth was going to turn something on. He ain't making the cut. So the guys that are signed up next week.
Spieth's close, isn't Spieth close? I thought he was right really close.
I thought he was even.
Yeah, he's even. So he's got. Oh no, you're right. He didn't make it.
He's finished. Yeah, he's finished.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. Yep. Okay.
So he's out. So hey, thanks, Jordy. Appreciate it, bud. Really let me down. Hey, guess who's not in my lineup next week? But again, I mean, what do you think this does for them?
He'll probably win it.
Exactly. I know. Right. Exactly. And everybody that I'm playing against is going to pick him. But my thing is, like, what do you think that does just to their mentality? Well, I can tell you what it does to Brooks's. I mean, he's like, I'm taking my ball and going home.
Oh, he had wheels up. He had wheels up really early.
Dude, I mean, it's like, what a punk, man. I mean, how do you just go and pull that? Unless we see a positive test for him, I mean, what a punk. And I am not pulling for him ever again.
He's been really strange over the last. I think this Bryson coverage in terms of the news and how well Bryson's been playing in all of the tournaments. Bryson's the number one player in golf right now from a talent perspective, right?
He's not only is he playing 5. Well, everybody's talking about him, and Bryson is showing up at every tournament.
Yep.
I know he's not here this week, but understandably so. I mean, I get why he's not showing up, right?
Right.
But
he's got to play video games on Twitch. I mean, come on.
Exactly. He's got to get those coins stockpiled. But I think that's getting under Brooks' skin. And I thought Brooks was going to come out gunning this week because he needed FedEx Cup points. Do not think for 1 second Brooks wasn't coming here to play this tournament to try to win it, or at least try to score well so he can get in the playoffs. And it did not go well. So I think you're seeing some serious alarms being pressed for Brooks Koepka right now. Yeah. Oh, hey, look at Nick Taylor, man, dropping back to T4. So he had him a little, but he's on number 12, so he'll probably be okay. And you're right, Streelman, man, he's having a hell of a day.
Yeah, man, Streelman. I tell you who got me in my lineup though, the one that's just kind of like, gosh, I'm hoping to get 5 through, but what's his name? Oh, gosh, really kind of threw me for a loop, and that was Joel Damon. Oh, he shot 7 over yesterday.
God almighty.
7 over. Gosh, Joel, come on, dude.
No, your boy Sabatini, man, he's hanging in there. I don't know what to do over the weekend, but he's definitely going to make the cut. JT's on number 10. He's 3 under on the day, 7 under for the match. He's got half the round to play, man. I mean, that guy could be a contender coming out of today. I mean, moving day is going to be so solid.
Yeah.
And if Morikawa's got any kind of lead, it's going to be interesting to see what his strategy is. Does he come out aggressive on moving day, or does he come out conservative and just try to hold the lead? That's going to be, I'm saying. And after the Schwab Challenge, I mean, that's kind of where, where's his head going to be at, and what's his move, and what's he going to do? Because I think Xander's pretty close. I think Xander's at 3 or 4 under. So I don't know what that means for him, but I mean, if he winds up and he's paired with some of those guys again, I mean, that could be a rough day for him.
One of my biggest disappointments this week was a guy that has won. I think he'd won this tournament. I don't have all my notes in front of me right now, but he plays well here all the time. He was showing signs of getting all this stuff together. Yes, he was. He was showing some really good signs. And here he is. He's +5 today. Through 10. It's like, God, Justin Rose, what happened? What happened, dude? Go back to Hanma.
Let's see. So he's been busy renegotiating his contract with Hanma. He heard Claude dumped Brooks, so he's working on getting a seat at that table.
That's not true, though, right? That's not true. Claude didn't.
No. Yeah, that is not true.
Yeah. Yet.
Yeah. So Rosie, I had him in the lineup too, and it just didn't. I don't know where that came from, but
I don't either. He plays really well here. Maybe he's tweaked, something hurt. I don't know. I did not see that coming. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, his pride.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do well here. I really did. He always plays well here. And gosh, he just did not do it this time.
Well, here you go, man. So greens in regulation, 60%. Driving accuracy, almost 87%. Strokes gained putting, -4. So there you go. You can't. I mean, those misses are too bad.
By the way, Alexa heard me wrong on Monday. I didn't say Damon. I said Day. I wanted Jason Day.
Hey, what are the chances? It's like, Day, you haven't done like you've had Corona 7 times already. How in the hell are you showing up today, man? Hey, he's showing up for the not hometown fans, I guess, right?
I haven't even looked at what did he do today, Jason?
He's like 4 or 5 under, I think. So
he did pretty well.
Yeah,
okay.
He played good. Yeah.
Oh, he's even today, but he's -3 for the tournament. So yeah,
-3. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, fun times. Good tournament. I'm glad they did it. I know there's been a lot of speculation out there, a lot of people talking about how they didn't like them playing it twice in the same place in the same week or whatnot, or not the same week, but back to back at the same place. I thought it's fine. I mean, they're going to play differently. Is it a practice round for these guys? Yeah, yes and no, but it's a very condensed FedEx Cup season, so you might as well play and try and get some points while you're out there. I know that's what Brooks was trying to do.
So do you think it was intentional? Do you think that he missed the cut intentionally so that he could rest up? Well, I guess not, because he's not playing next week. So I don't know what the hell the guy was doing, man.
I don't know. If he pulled out before it even started. So yeah, maybe he didn't feel good or something. I don't know. It's just strange. It's just strange. Very strange.
Hey, by the way, did you hear Brooks Koepka tested positive for Corona?
No.
I didn't hear that either. I was just wondering if you heard it.
No, gosh.
I was just wondering if you heard that. I didn't hear it either.
Usually we post at the bottom of our page, we post, where you can find us on Instagram or Twitter. Today we're going to post what legal number you can call if you want to sue us.
It's the help hotline. Hey, you know what I thought was interesting? And they played yesterday and then they pulled out today. So you got JB Holmes pulled out. He didn't play today. And he only shot 1 over yesterday.
Yeah.
You got Bo Van Pelt. He was 4 over yesterday. He withdrew. Cameron Percy, 4 over yesterday. He withdrew. And Grayson Murray, 2 over yesterday, and he withdrew. So I'll give you that, not great stats there, but I haven't seen any releases, as far as like what the deal was about, why they pulled out. But it's, the 4 withdrawals, I think that's a little bit odd. So I don't know, maybe the bubble was penetrated again. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I hope not. I think things are going too well. We got Tiger next week. We cannot have any. Nobody can test positive between now and then. We don't want to scare them away.
Hey, it wasn't next week. They were supposed to have fans back next week.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
So but did you see an official no on that? I don't know that you did. Okay, all right. So I missed that. I must. I think I was at the My Friend's Bottle Shop testing bourbon and rye whiskeys when they released that. So I missed that one. So I knew they were. I mean, I had no expectation that they were going to be there. I just didn't catch the official release. So Yeah.
Yep. No, all good. So it's a fun tournament. Looking forward to the weekend. Got some good lineups going. I think I'm probably going to get 4 through, I guess, this week on my main one, but because Justin Rose and Damon didn't perform. But yeah, good times, man. Anything else you want to cover before we close it out?
Who you picking to win this week? So after we've seen 2 days, who you picking?
So I mean, right now you got Morikawa.
You do know who's playing, right?
I think Tiger. I'm going to pick Tiger to win. I think I saw Privacy was making its way over. Through. I think it was over there near Detroit.
He's on the Ohio River.
It's on the Ohio River. We got 2 days left. Right now, it's a 4-shot lead. I'm going to go Morikawa.
I bet you.
No. I'm going to go Matsuyama.
I bet you a bottle of bourbon. Of bourbon.
I think it's Matsuyama.
I'm gonna need a yes. You're accepting that bet.
Yes.
All right. So you just took my pick at Matsuyama, who just went to 9 under in the day, which I think that's a dick move. You knew that's where I was going. No. You cannot re-gift what I've already sent you. That doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. No. This is a fresh bottle that you're going to the liquor store and you're going to buy, and it has to be something I don't have on the shelf. Let's see. I'm going to pull one here, man. Pat, I want to pick you.
Pat's too far down.
It's been so long since you've actually played 4 days in a row. I can't pick you. I think you're going to be winded by tomorrow afternoon. Hey, Justin Thomas, going JT.
You going to go JT? Okay.
Yep.
I was going to say, if you wanted to change mine, I could change mine to Streelman. He's only 1 shot back from where Matsuyama is. But yeah, go JT.
No. Yeah, you go ahead and take the loser. I'm going JT.
Okay, JT. I got Hideki. Hideki's been playing lights out, man.
Yeah, I know. He looks good, man.
And he's not even putting well. And he never puts well, but anyway. So.
Once again, listen, JT, 100% greens in regulation thus far.
Wow.
But I'm sorry, that's today. He's averaging 78%, but today 100%. Now he's only on hole 13, so we'll see what happens. But so JT and Hideki, I can't wait to get that bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. I want that 25-year too. Don't be sending me no damn 10-year cheap ass shit.
Oh boy. No, it's been good. It's been really good. So I'm looking at JT. I only got JT through 10 today. So, but you got up to 13 already. Okay.
Well, I've got him to finish. I've got him playing hole number 12 right now. So
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So hey guys, thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. Leave some comments, leave us a review. We're on YouTube. You can watch us go back and forth. And then, of course, we're on the podcast as well. We're trying to put content out a couple times a week on the pod. I think we do Sunday, we do like a Tuesday and Monday and then a Friday. And then on YouTube, we're trying to do something every day with some smaller clips, those types of things with Cal making bourbon, blending bourbon or making cocktails, that kind of stuff. So yeah, give us a watch, give us a listen, give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. We're having a great time doing this, and I hope you guys are having a fun time listening. So, Cal, what else, bud?
Hey, we're getting around together tomorrow. We're playing Stone Mountain Lakemont course. Rob Rodich Golf is actually coming out with us tomorrow.
Is he?
So,
that's awesome.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll have some good videos to post up on YouTube.
Oh, that's great.
So it should be a fun round. We haven't played with him yet, so it would be good to meet him in person and get a round under our belts and see where it goes. I know we'll probably be dropping something on you Sunday after the match, and looking forward to next week with the salty golfer out of South Carolina talking about the upcoming golf trip we got in 2 weeks. So that's going to be fun. This Michter's rye is absolutely wonderful. Thanks again to my friend's bottle shop. Cheers.
Cheers.